stay hydrated.
Now, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. The price of Bitcoin is currently $61,903. The price is looking a bit tardy. It's not looking fantastic. And a nice long position here, a nice short position playing out right now on the price of Bitcoin here on the 15-minute chart using STONKSY. But the question is today, what are we expecting from the price of Bitcoin? And well, I've got news for you. I think the market is telling us a sign already of what is happening. And you can see that already on the chart starting to form here. And it looks like this. It doesn't look amazing, does it? This is not looking like a scenario where you're going, right, it's time to go full bull. But is this everything you need to know about crypto? Is this the full picture? Well, in today's video, I'm going to explain to you what I'm expecting from the market, and I could be entirely wrong. But it doesn't matter, because I'm going to tell you anyway, and you're going to slap a like on this video to get this video to at least 1 like. Thank you very much for doing that. I appreciate it greatly. And without further ado, slap a subscribe and let's crack on with the price of Bitcoin today, which is looking horrendous. It looks pretty terrible out there on the markets. And the same could be said for that of Ethereum, which actually, to be honest, in terms of its Bitcoin valuation, has started to turn around. It's starting to turn a corner. The price of Sui is actually up very significantly. We're seeing somewhat of a shift towards altcoins. One altcoin that's been suffering ever since the news about FTX paying back its customers. I don't know why anybody bought this the other day when FTX said they're paying back their customers. I was on a stream at the time and said, do not buy this. If you can short it, find somewhere to short it. And since I said that, the actual peak, we're now down 34%. So congratulations if you took that trade, but I doubt anybody did do, because there are very few places that you can trade FTT token. Do not buy it. FTX is never coming back. You might get a quarter of your money back. Happy days. Now, moving on. DOP is down. It's doing terrible. And Casper. Somebody asked me to talk about Casper on yesterday's live stream. Casper seems to be struggling a lot more than the other altcoins right now, which is pretty interesting. By the way, hopefully Trump gets elected, and then this man that invented this website will get out of prison. That would be amazing, and slap a like on this video if you want that to happen like I do. So, what are we expecting from the markets? Well, let me explain what we're expecting. Bitcoin looks terrible, looks dirty. I've already said that. But there are levels of support, there are levels of resistance, and we've got to pay attention to these things. We are currently sat on one right now. And if we start dropping below this level here of $61,820, then expect a continuation. Don't try and fight against the trend. The trend is down. Don't be like, oh, you know what, I'm going to try and slide in a slippery long position. Look, if STONKSY is not firing in any positions here, or not firing any short positions here, or long positions, what is it doing? It's shorting here on the low time frame. You can see it's gone short from approximately here at 62,555. On the 3-minute chart, STONKSY went into a short position, and to be honest, for the 3-minute, it's one of the best time frames you can use to trade for STONKSY. I personally think there are different amount of leverage you should use on different time frame intervals on STONKSY. So to explain how it works, for me, I would say up to 100x on up to a 3-minute time frame, and make sure you're listening to what it does. It's never going to get the biggest move ever on a small time frame, hence why you use the higher leverage. You use up to 30x on a 15-minute time frame and up to 10x on an hourly time frame. That way, if the trade enters at potentially not the best point, then you've always got some leverage. It's making that trade based on a number of set factors. And don't forget, if you are interested in getting STONKSY, try it out. You can try it out on the monthly plan. You can't see the monthly plan here. Let me just get rid of that. You can see the monthly plan now. It's £145 a month. Give it a check out. It's gaining users so quick. Everyone that reviews it is so positive. And to be honest, it's the best trading tool that I've ever used, because there is no ambiguity with it. It's long or short. It's not giving you a somewhat of an opinion about the way that a price might perform. We can go over, let's go back onto the 15-minute chart. Let's just click on any random chart here just to prove you how accurate STONKSY is. Now, if you take STONKSY, for example, and you use it on something like the S&P 500, how does it perform? Well, let's go to the hourly chart and let's see how it performs on something like the S&P 500. Profitable long position, semi-profitable short position, profitable long position there. Now let's zoom out even further and see how it does here. You can see on, that's a lovely long position it takes there, another lovely long position, another lovely long position, a nice short position that it takes there, a nice short position it takes here, a nice long position it takes here. And what you're looking for here is basically STONKSY is the best bias confirmation tool that you can get. There isn't a better bias confirmation tool out there. I'd recommend everybody try it for a month. If you like it, keep it. If you don't like it, get rid of it. Either way, you'll find it enhances your trading and you'll find it increases your profitability, because the odds are you're probably one of these people that struggles to get out of a bad trade. Now, if Stonksy goes short on the hourly chart, you know it's probably a good time to get out. Stonksy aside though, the market, it looks terrible. Like, it's probably gonna continue to go down. And yeah, Stonksy literally just right now, at the time of filming today's video, on the hourly chart, closed its long position here at 62,174. It opened its long position here at 61,900. So it entered into a small profit, but it's literally just gone short on the price of Bitcoin. Read into that as you will. Had a nice run up here, didn't take profits at the top, and instead basically opted for a break-even exit. Either way, that's what saves you money. It won't cause you to hold into a significant loss. And now, it'll probably enter into quite a significant profit, and we'll see how it goes, because I'll update you on this in tomorrow's video. So make sure you get Stonksy for yourself. You can pay attention to it at home. Talking of Suin. Sui's price today is down at $1.88, and I say down, it's actually up significantly. I'm becoming starting to become a marginal fan of Sui, and I've decided to buy my first Sui meme coin. This is the first Sui meme coin I've bought. It's called NAMI. Why NAMI? Well, if you're not familiar with what's going on in Florida right now, there is about to be a gigantic storm, and that gigantic storm is probably going to wipe out a bunch of people's houses and whatnot. Catastrophic Hurricane Milton heads to Florida Gulf Coast. It's going to destroy the entirety of Florida. Now, of course, we can probably find some upside in that, because this coin's called Suin Army, which is kind of a play on words, but it's also a dog, and it also probably lasts longer than your typical meme coin will do, being that I trust the people that have created it. I think that it looks pretty good. I've done my research on it, and it's been around for a while now, and it keeps on growing in terms of its price. Currently a 2.8 million valuation. I'm not saying go and buy it. What I'm saying is we're going to keep an eye on this in every single video for the next week, and we're going to see how it performs. I've bought approximately 1% of the supply of this coin, which means that currently at today's valuation, I hold about $30,000 of it. I also know for a fact there is good supply control on this coin, meaning that there isn't excess amounts of supply in liquidity, there isn't excess amounts of supply in small wallets. It's very well distributed, and it's in control of the team, which is great news. I will also be publishing a tutorial on how to actually use Sui meme coins. Because I think a lot of people don't know it. They go to BYBIT, they go to withdraw the Sui. You can't withdraw Sui from BYBIT. Very strange, I know. So we'll get onto that at a later date, probably in tomorrow's video on the main channel. So, Bitcoin looks terrible. Stonksy's gone short here on the hourly chart, which is pretty shocking, and it's something, again, you should always pay attention to. It was right when it went long for a period of time, and then it was wrong after that. But now it's out of its long position. It's entered into a short position again. I pay attention to these movements. These movements tend to result in further movements, and yeah, keep Stonksy, because you can also close this short position. If you're entering a short position based off of my video on what Stonksy's staying there, and then Stonksy goes, hey, you know what, actually, we don't want to be in this anymore. You've got to have Stonksy for yourself to stay up to date with it. So check it out. You'll find a link for it in today's video description. It will make you a better trader, and it already is a better trader than you. With all that in mind, what is going on in the world right now? Catastrophic hurricane. Morning bid. Braced for Milton as oil recoils and China retreats. Should you refinance your mortgage now as rates are dropping? Geopolitical risk as oil premiums in the markets are slipping slightly according to Goldman Sachs. And the European Central Bank policymakers are pressing for October rate cut. HSBC executives say there are a lot of AI success theatre happening in finance, and AI is mostly a load of nonsense. Stock futures slip slightly after major averages post-winning session. European markets trade higher, but sentiment dampened by volatility over in China. China's property stimulus raises optimism, but steps around are needed for a sectoral turnaround. China's economy basically is trapped in the situation that it's in right now. It's not going to get better in the short term. Left and right player on the week. French government as it prepares austerity budget, which again, I'm expecting more austerity in the world right now. I'm not really expecting things to get immediately better. The Department of Justice indicates it's considering Google breakup following monopoly ruling, which would be crazy. Imagine somebody goes and just like separates Google into smaller entities. That's unheard of. Boeing is withdrawing its contract offer after talks with Union without deals. China's growth is set for slow next year despite temporary boost from stimulus. And Russia is on a sustained mission to create mayhem on Europe's streets. Given all of these headlines, I literally just took the bulk of the headlines from the news today. What does that mean for Bitcoin? Well, they weren't generally positive, were they? They're never generally positive. I get the vibe that things aren't going to be going that well in the short term until after Trump is elected president. Now, currently, this is getting even more interesting. Now, looking at the chart for that, you can see something happened the other day. Trump went from a 51% chance all the way up to a 54% chance, reducing Kamala Harris's, and she's been coming back into it ever since. But the point is, there is a clear switch here. And people vote with money. Money is the most accurate voting tool, and it will give you the best idea of what is happening on the market. With Trump having a 53% chance currently of winning the US election, it does look a lot more bullish for the crypto world. Ultimately, being a crypto person, I want Donald Trump to get elected. The man that invented this website, which is why I'm wearing this t-shirt today, but the man that invented this website will be freed from prison if Trump gets in charge. I'm not a particularly political person. I don't really care that much. But if somebody says to me, I think it's a complete injustice that the man that invented this website is in prison. I think he should be free. I think he's done a lot for the industry. He did a lot to advance Bitcoin. It's one of the reasons I became interested in crypto in the first place. Not because I was a vendor on the website. I was far too young for that. But I was interested in being a vendor on the website when I grew up. And that's what got me into crypto trading. And since then, what an amazing journey it's been. Slap a like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. Let's get to 500 likes. Now, crypto news for the day. 21 shares urges EU to change inconsistent ETP rules. Who is Peter Todd? The man who HBO identified as Satoshi Nakamoto. He is just a Bitcoin developer. He's not Satoshi Nakamoto. Taiwan to trial crypto custody services through local banks in 2025. That's good news, but it's for next year. Only 12.5% of crypto wallets report profits on Polymarket. That could change after the US elections. FTX says Caroline Ellison should give up all of her assets in the settlement, and Musk said Polymarket is more accurate than the polls as actual money is on the line, and people aren't risking money because they think they're going to lose it. They're risking it because they think they're going to win it. Now, Crypto.com has sued the SEC to protect the US crypto industry following receipt of a Wells notice. Users have spent $700,000 on gas fees to send 0 Ethereum, or an accidental transaction the other day. Basically, somebody put the numbers in the wrong box and lost a lot of money. Residents of Texan Town file lawsuit against Marathon Digital over intolerable mining noise. Again, if you're living next to a Bitcoin mine, expect it's gonna be noisy. Bloomberg analyst sparks Ethereum controversy with deleted X post. This is pretty interesting. Eric Balchunas deleted this post here saying, and finally, the reason Ether just isn't the same or as secure as Bitcoin. Again, any normal person can understand this writing. That's the key. Basically, he was kind of slating Ethereum, and he's kind of gone back on that. All right, we've already read this article again from Cointelegraph, but also from Crypto Saving Expert, and Solana could surge 5x next year if Trump becomes president, according to Standard Chartered. And Standard Chartered has got a lot more data on the market than you do, a lot more information on the market than you do, and it's smarter than what you are. So listen to these people when they tell you things. So going back to it, what are we expecting from the price of Bitcoin? Well, in the short term, I'm expecting a drop off in the price of Bitcoin. What are you expecting? Leave your comment below. I'm interested to know more. Make sure you check out PHEMEX in today's video description, but most importantly right now, sign up to the World Series of Trading. You only have about 10 hours to join my squad here. And if you don't join it, and we don't get to 20 members, it'll disband. So please, if you have a BYBIT account and you're not in the World Series of Trading, join my team so that we can win this year. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'll leave the link at the top of today's video description. If you have a BYBIT account, just take 3 minutes. Sign up. You can make an account on BYBIT and sign up. Or if you already have a BYBIT account, which most of you probably do, just click the link, join my team. It's that simple. Thank you all for watching today's video. And if you have enjoyed it, drop a like on it. Let's get to 500 likes. And let's make a bunch of money. And I'll probably be going streaming later today. So on that note, guys, thank you all for watching. See you in the next video. Deuces.